We interrupt this public affairs program to bring you a football game.
Liverpool and Tottenham play out a 1-1 draw at Anfield. Dominic Szoboszlai scoring his fourth free kick of the season, meaning that he scored 25% of all direct free kick goals this season in the Premier League. Most ever in a season by a Liverpool player, before Richarlison equalised. Because, of course, he did. Welcome to Kop That. I'm Chris. Welcome to your calm, no drama, no clickbait, no bullshit look at the game in a safe place where we don't do hysterical crying. Oh, God. Let's get into it. So, Tottenham actually started quite well. It wasn't the formation or approach that we were expecting. They started quite strongly. It's a long-range effort. I think Richarlison tipped over the bar. Szoboszlai, again, I mean, this is mostly a goalkeeping error, to be honest. He hits the ball well enough, Szoboszlai, but the keeper's got to be saving that, and that should really have been a sign to take more shots, test the keeper out a little bit more. We did take more shots. We did not test the keeper out much at all. A lot of the shots were high and wide. Not long after the free kick, Cody Gakpo gets the ball from McAllister, smashes a low foot shot, which is a great save, tipped onto the post. Liverpool putting the pressure on, can't make it count again, and towards the end of the half, you have Tottenham on a cross into the box. Richarlison glances the header wide, just behind him. That's a warning sign, because it's him, obviously. Very rarely has a quiet game at Anfield. And the last action of the first half is a corner for Tottenham, where he again gets his head to it, and it's saved and pushed away by Alisson. And the second half, Tottenham go longer. They go the long ball route, and we're struggling. Again, not to pick up so much the first ball, but the second ball. And despite that, a lot of our shots were just going high and wide. We're in good positions and we're smashing it and whatever. It wasn't really that much until Salah comes on. He gets a good chance after the defensive error from the frankly awful Dragoshin. On the bounce, it's a right foot shot. Goes just wide. You think, all right, it's on his right foot. It turns out the keeper actually saved it. Looked like it was going goalwards. And he saved it, and we didn't get a corner. Yay. 90th minute. 90th minute. Long ball again. Robertson, not entirely sure what he was trying with this defensive header of his. Defenders all over the place. Van Dijk can't deal with it. Gomez comes across. The ball gets laid off to Richarlison. Equalises. 90th minute. Almost as expected. Right after it, we've got Chiesa on the pitch for a minute. Ball makes its way to Ekitike. It was a really good chance to grab a last gasp winner, but we don't take it. It's 1-1. It's difficult. It's really difficult. The thing is, I said this in my player ratings. I don't think anyone actually played badly, but there was errors again, and we suffered again with not taking our chances. Because this game, in isolation, this game, you could pick this out and put it in any season for any team, and it happens. And when it happens in this season, when in form terms the worst team in the league turns up, when it happens in this season, that magnifying glass starts really getting put onto the team. And the manager, honestly, the amount of people who wanted Rio to start, he did. And he had a really good game. I gave him man of the match. I thought he terrorised them. But he was never going to play 90 minutes. And when he went off, he weren't doubling up on anyone over there anymore. Get players free. They were able to get more players forward. That's what they did. He wanted Salah dropped. Salah started on the bench. Turns out he had one of our better fucking chances of the game when he came on. And he did create a couple of little moments as well. And he blew a couple of moments too. Can't leave that out. But honestly, the longer this game goes on at 1-0, this is a very familiar feeling. Not from this season, just from watching football my entire fucking life. The longer this game goes at 1-0, the more confidence the other team gets. Must have seen it 1,000 times. So, again, like conceding late in the game or whatever, yeah, we do that from time to time. But it shouldn't matter. We shouldn't be conceding there anyway. That was poor defensively. But it shouldn't matter. And I don't know why we can get players into good positions and in good opportunities and things like that. Why none of them can. I mean, this game's struggling to get shots on target was the big struggle. Because they had plenty of opportunities to actually get a shot on target. Doesn't necessarily have to go in, but at least work the fucking keeper, because the keeper is dodgy as fuck. And we just didn't. Usually we have quite a few shots on target, like good chances and stuff like that. And we missed those. We haven't got the goals in the team anymore. And I'm not going to dwell too much on the fans. Fans. And they are fans, not supporters. Because they've been booing the team. They've been booing their own team since the fucking end of last year. I mean, I've said this a bunch of times. We're supposed to be the 12th man. And we're turning up and playing with 11. The crowd was shite yesterday again. And I don't know how you'd expect. You've got the nerve, really, to expect anything out of your team when you're not even doing anything yourself. It's a mentality thing. It's a mentality thing with me. I don't know how you can be shy for 90 minutes and then have the nerve to boo at the end. Just fuck off. But again, it's the normal comments online as well. And I want to address a couple of words that keep getting used. Well, one word and one little phrase. One is Slot is out of his depth. No, he isn't. 2, clueless is the other one that gets thrown around more and more and more these days. No, he isn't, because if he's clueless, what the fuck are you? The man's won the Premier League. He deserves time to build his own squad. We knew this was a transition season. We knew it was going to be a rough one. In fact, for all like the other YouTube people, there's receipts. Got clips of them and everything saying, this might be a tougher year. We've made a lot of changes and things like that. Then injuries start happening, and you're like, yeah, this might not be a good year, and things like that. Who, like, a couple of months later, screaming, get the manager out. Like, my worry, and it's not just the fact that I think Slot deserves a chance to build his own squad, because any of this boring, slow, turgid football bollocks is like, yeah, I watched fucking United and Villa yesterday as well. It finished 3-1, and it was shite. It was the same fucking game twice, as far as I'm concerned. I watched the fucking same game twice. To say that he doesn't deserve that time is... Nah, it's not a good look. But the main reason why is because I don't want this... I want it now. This whiny, impatient, entitled attitude to win. Because I think that sets a dangerous precedent. It really does. Because if we gave into that, Klopp wouldn't have stayed. So why should we give into it now? What makes you think that you know better than the people that run the club and a fucking manager that's won leagues in 2 countries, including this one? What makes you think that you know fucking better? Slot even said in his press conference yesterday about how he's trying different things, and he has. And everything that he said he's tried, you've seen it. I still maintain it's us not taking our chances, and the squad balance is still off, which needs another transfer window. But again, we knew that. We all know it. Or we claim to know it. Apparently it doesn't quite fully register with a lot of people. But where's the patience gone in football, people? I was annoyed as fuck watching that. Even more so because it was Richarlison at the end. He's always a prick when he turns up at Anfield. We know that. It's incredibly annoying. But where's the patience gone? Yesterday, we dropped points from a winning position. That's 7 dropped points at Anfield from winning positions this season, which is the most since the 2016-2017 season, when Jurgen Klopp finished 4th, the first of 2 consecutive 4th place finishes. In fact, that season, I think it was it the last game of the season or the last home game of the season? I can't remember now. Where we only secured it in like the very last part of the season. We only secured Champions League football. And I think that was Sadio Mane's first season as well, if I remember rightly. They went on to do quite good things together, didn't they? I want to know why people either can't remember these things or refuse to. This is all part and parcel of football. I'm going back to the Premier League again because, like I said, I live streamed yesterday. I did a watch along yesterday of both games. I did the United Villa game and the Liverpool Spurs game. And I was commenting during the first half of the United game how woeful it was. How there was no atmosphere. Game was slow. It was shit and nothing was happening. And I also said, I hope Liverpool supporters are watching this just to show you that it's not a local thing. That's the Premier League. And you should be taking it out on everybody. But instead, you turn around on your team that's actually struggling and need you. And you're like, nah, I'm going to make things worse. So yeah, listen, be frustrated. It's football. You're bound to be fucking pissed off from time to time. You're bound to be pissed off for long periods of time. But if you think this is a disaster of a season, you really, really don't know much, not just about football, but Liverpool's fucking history over the last 15, 20 years. This isn't a disaster of a season. This is a difficult season. Spurs are having a disaster of a season. We need some perspective. People really go back through time. Go back to our last manager and tell me. Look through it all, where he finished, what the results were as he's building his squad in that 4-year wait for a major trophy. The Premier League will not stay like this. It can't, because it was exposed last week in Europe, but only 1 team out of 9 came away with a win. It was very much exposed. So it can't stay like this, and it won't. And when it stops being like that, the teams that want to play football can do okay again. Yeah, I want people to stop knee-jerk reacting to, and I can't believe I'm saying this again, 2, try giving your players confidence instead of fucking booing everybody off the pitch. And you can sit there and say, we're booing the manager. It's just boos to everybody on the pitch. You're not saying boo, Arnie, boo, in unison. You're booing everybody off the pitch. 12th man, my fucking ass. Currently the worst fan base in the country. We're a fucking joke. And we've been through way worse times than this. And we've been through way worse times with way less complaining. So I don't know what's caused this. Or whether it's the fact that you just can't enjoy football anymore because it's difficult. I'm limiting the amount of Premier League games I'm watching now because it's fucking, it's mind numbing. The league is just not, it's not good to watch. The Champions League games, I've watched way more Champions League games this season than I did last season. I watched quite a few last season, but I watched more this season. I've been watching the fucking Europa League this season. It's better. It's just better to watch. That was exposed in the European games last week. Maybe it'll turn around. There's more home games, I think, this week for the second legs. But I just want some perspective, people. You don't have to fucking react immediately to everything. I know channels are going to because they need the fucking engagement and the views, and you want to jump in on the comments immediately. Just don't. Just fucking don't. Honestly, it's a waste of your fucking energy. You're just going to annoy yourself. This is a shorter episode today because I am very short on time. But I need to get this out because it's part of the series. It needs to be done. Can't miss one. And I've also got to edit it and put it out as well. So, yeah, I'm short on time. But that's my main point of this thing, is that it's an incredibly annoying game. It's a bad performance. Tottenham turned up with more fight, and they got the fucking result. If they don't have Richarlison, I'm telling you right now, we win that fucking game. He's a fucking prick when he comes to Anfield. Oh, God, I hate him. Oh, anyway. Just put my own blood pressure up now. Okay? Can't do it. This is the calm video. This is the calm one. I'm the calm guy. Yeah, it was annoying. The season's annoying. The Premier League's annoying. And I'm sick of it. And I can't wait for the season to end. I can't wait for just to address the balance in the squad. I can't wait for the younger players that we've brought in to kick on again next season. I can't wait to get fucking Isak back, an actual goal scorer, who I guarantee you would have converted at least a third. At the very least, a conservative estimate, a third of the chances that we've created since he's been out. He was just starting to get his fitness back before the fucking injury. He even got injured scoring a goal. But that's what we're missing. We're missing somebody to fucking take these chances. But we'll end on a positive, right? Rio and Frimpong on the wings. Frimpong was a little bit less effective than he has been recently. But Rio looked great. Still have to be careful with him. We've seen what happens with younger players when they play too much. Because when you play too much, you need to train more. Which means you're training too much. And you're playing too much, and you can get stress injuries, stress fractures, and stuff like that with your muscles. So we do need to be careful. And that will require patience. Okay? I'll just start repeating that word more and more, and more and more and more. Along with the word more. But yeah, he looked great. And I want to see it a little bit more with him, Frimpong, Vert, and Ekatike. I want to see what that looks like if we get a chance to show that. I want to see that, because that to me is the future. Except maybe Ekatike, Isak, like chopping and changing a little bit, but that's the future for me, and it's fucking bright. It's a bright future. I just want you to remember a phrase, and it's always going to come back to alcohol at some point. Good things come to those who wait. We've learned that with Klopp. Klopp's obviously shot himself in the foot by winning the league in his first season. But I believe he'll come good. And I also believe that people should fucking take a breath from time to time. Sleep on it. Sleep on it. Next up is Galatasaray on Wednesday, when I'm expecting a better crowd, better atmosphere, better performance. But I said this after the game last week, they're not going to come here and make it easy. They're going to do what they did last week. They're going to be fucking trying to draw the ref into giving them shitty little free kicks and get players booked, and they're going to make it scrappy and rough and shit, and it's not going to be a good watch. So if you go, of all the games this season, do not go into this one ready to complain about the match after it. If we have a lot of chances and we don't score them and we lose, complain about that again. But don't expect a fucking clean, dominant fucking performance on Wednesday. They won't allow that. They've got no fans at the stadium. They're going to try and quieten the crowd. They're going to make it rough and shit and hard to watch, because that's what they need to do. Be up for it. And if you're in the ground, I'm not going to be. If you're going to be in the ground, for fuck's sake, support your team. Don't support for 5 minutes and then groan your way to the boos at the end. Support your fucking team. Just, yeah, it's rough. I know. It's rough. But we've seen it before. And we know that when you give managers time, proven winners, which we've got, you give them time, they come good. Okay? Remain calm. I'll see you Thursday for the next episode, which I'll be able to go in a little bit more in depth because I will have more time. But yeah, until then, up the Reds and slot in.